Hello everyone, welcome to MI Tech Institute YouTube channel. Today in this class we are going to learn about a particular topic called as electromagnetism. First of all, in this concept we will learn how do electric magnets will work, at the same time relation between the electricity and magnetism, and third one working of electric motor and generator. First we will see how do electric magnets work. Everybody knows electric magnet, the magnets are having a 2 to 3 different types. Now we are having basically 3 to 4 types of magnets. In that one, mainly we are focusing on a bar magnet. It consists of north pole and the south pole. The magnetic field lines are going from north pole to south pole. This everybody knows. The magnetic field lines will go from north pole to south pole. Now these are the magnetic field lines. How these magnetic fields will produce the electricity and what is the relationship between the magnetic field and the electric field we will discuss in this class. First one, there is a famous scientist called as Oersted. He has conducted one experiment that is called as a Oersted experiment. Okay. Now in this experiment, he has taken some materials that is called as a thermocol sheet. Next one is wooden sticks and of 2 wooden sticks of small slit and 3 or 9 volts battery and key and copper wire and magnetic compass he has taken. First what he did means he has taken a battery of 3 to 9 volts and he has connected that battery to a conducting wires and he has taken one key and he kept this on the 2 slits, he kept one conducting wire. Now you know that when the switch is in on off position, there is no current will pass through this circuit, and he kept one magnetic compass under this wire, conducting wire. Whenever the current is not flowing through this conductor, there is no deflection in the magnetic compass. Now when the switch is closed, the current is passing through these wires and through the conducting wire. The current is producing in the conducting wire. Whenever the current is producing in the copper conducting wire, there is a deflection he observed in the magnetic compass. Okay, now he observed there is a deflection in the magnetic compass. Now he concluded that when there is an electric field, the effect of electric field can be produced a magnetic field. We know the bar magnet, when you keep a magnetic compass near the bar magnet. Now for example, these are the bar magnets. Now when you keep a magnetic compass near the bar magnet is going to, the magnetic compass is going to deflect. Whenever there is a magnetic field, because of this magnetic field, the magnetic compass is going to deflect. In the similar way, whenever there is a current carrying conductor, okay, now there is a deflection in the magnetic compass. That is, whenever the current carries in a conductor, there is a deflection in the magnetic compass due to the magnetic field produced by this electric current or current carrying wire. Next one is magnetic field lines and the magnetic field. Magnetic field lines and magnetic field. Okay, now just now we discussed the bar magnet consists of north pole and the south pole. North pole and the south pole. Now see, this is north pole and the south pole. The lines of the magnetic fields are from the north pole to south pole. Okay, now from north pole to south pole, the magnetic field lines are going. Next one, effect or the strength of field lines are up to which they are act is called as a magnetic field or the strength of a magnetic field. Now these magnetic field lines are up to which distance they are acting. This is called as a strength of a magnetic field. Up to this one only, the magnetic field strength will be exist. More than this, the strength will not be exist. Next one, the magnetic field lines are closed loop. They are forming as a closed loop. At the same time, the strength of a magnetic field is more at the poles and less in between the poles. That is, here we observe the crowded magnetic field lines. Here also we observe the crowded magnetic field lines. At this place, the magnetic field lines are crowded. Therefore, the strength is more. And in between the poles, there is no crowded of the magnetic field lines. Hence, the strength will be minimum. The field lines are non-uniform. Yes or no? The field lines are here. There is crowded portion will be there, and there is some gap is there. As a keep on we move, what will happen? The distance between them is also changes. Therefore, the strength also changes from point to point. Next one is magnetic flux and magnetic flux density. See, the magnetic flux is nothing but simply these are called as a magnetic field lines. Now, how many number of magnetic field lines are passing through a particular area perpendicular to this magnetic field lines. For example, if the magnetic field lines are like this, the area perpendicular to this magnetic field. Okay, now in this, through this area, how many magnetic field lines are passing? The number of magnetic field lines are called as a flux. Now the units of the magnetic flux is called as a Weber. Now next one is magnetic flux density. See, magnetic flux density is nothing but the magnetic flux is passing through unit area perpendicular to the field. Nothing but in this area which is perpendicular to the magnetic field lines, how many number of magnetic field lines are passing? The number of magnetic field lines are called as a magnetic flux. Under that, they are passing through in some area that is called as a magnetic flux density. The formula is magnetic flux density B is equal to pi by A. Pi is nothing but flux, A is nothing but area. The unit of flux is Weber, the unit of area is meter square. Therefore, the whole unit of this magnetic flux density is equal to Weber per meter square. It is also called as Tesla. Next one. Now, then when the area is perpendicular, this is when the area is perpendicular. Now, when the area is not perpendicular or when the area is making some angle theta, when area is making some angle theta, in that case, how to find out this magnetic flux density? You know, in trigonometry, whenever a line is making some angle with the vertical and horizontal, if you want to resolve in vertical component and horizontal component, we use a trigonometry concept. Now this vertical component will become as, if it is a, it will become as a cos theta, it will become as a sin theta. Therefore, this is the area parallel to the magnetic field lines. Therefore, whenever the area is parallel to the magnetic field lines, there is no magnetic field lines are passing through this one. Therefore, the magnetic flux will be 0. Now, when the area is perpendicular to this magnetic field lines, therefore the number of field lines are passing through this area. Therefore, the area will become now as a cos theta. Therefore, in place of area, here we use here we use it is a cos theta. Therefore, finally the flux is equal to B a cos theta. Okay, now this is about the magnetic flux and the magnetic flux density. Now, magnetic field due to a current. Magnetic field due to a current. Now, in the Oersted experiment, we know that there is a deflection in the magnetic compass when there is a current flows in the circuit, right? Okay, now previous experiment we have discussed that whenever there is a current carrying wire, okay, now whenever there is a current carrying wire, when you kept a magnetic compass under this one, what will happen? There is a deflection in the magnetic compass. It will indicate that the current carrying conductor is producing the magnetic field. It is producing the magnetic field. Because of this magnetic field only, the magnetic compass is going to deflect. The Oersted, the scientist, has explained that there is a relationship between the electricity and magnetism, but he haven't given clear information about in which direction the magnetic fields are existing. He only given when there is a current, then there will be a magnetic field, he explained, but he haven't given any information about the direction of magnetic field lines. Okay, now that we are going to study now. Now, are there any sources of magnetic field other than the magnets? What they are asking now, is the magnet only producing the magnetic field? Is the magnet only producing the magnetic field? Are there any source which produces the magnetic field? From the Oersted experiment, we can conclude that the current carrying conductor also produces a magnetic field. Now, let us discuss about these activities one by one. Next one, magnetic field due to a currents. Okay, now see, first one we have to find out the direction of magnetic field lines whenever there is a current carrying in a conductor. First one, we are doing magnetic field due to a straight wire carrying current. I am taking this is a straight wire. In this, the current is I. The current I is going in the upward direction. Another possibility is also there. The current may coming in the downward direction. To find out the direction of magnetic field lines, we have to use the right hand thumb rule. This is called as a right hand thumb rule, and this thumb will indicate the direction of the force, and this curling finger will indicate the direction of magnetic field lines. Now see, in this case, I have to keep my thumb in the direction of current. As the current is going in the upward direction, my curling finger will indicate. Okay, now as the current is going in the upward direction, this curling finger will indicate the direction of magnetic field lines. Therefore, the curling fingers are curling in the direction of anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, the magnetic field lines are in the anti-clockwise direction. Now, in this case, the current is carrying in the downward direction. Therefore, I have to keep my thumb in the direction of downward direction. Okay, now when I keep my thumb in the downward direction, this curling finger will indicate the direction of magnetic field lines. Therefore, it will indicate the direction of clockwise direction. Therefore, this right hand thumb rule is used to find out the direction of magnetic field lines in a current carrying conductor. Next one, see, then the magnetic field is due to a circular coil. Previously, we have taken the current carrying conductor it is a straight line. We have taken it is a straight line. Now we are taking it is a circular coil. Now in this case also we have to use the right hand thumb rule only, but This is a current carrying conductor. The direction of current is in the anti-clockwise direction. In this case, the direction of current is in the clockwise direction. Now, how to find out the direction of magnetic field? Now, see, we have to keep our curling fingers in the direction of current. See, this current is in the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, I am curling my fingers in the anti-clockwise direction. This thumb will indicate the direction of force. That is out of the page. This is out of the page. The magnetic fields are perpendicular. That is out of the page. Now, next one is I have to keep my current carrying conductor is in the direction of clockwise. Therefore, I have to keep my curling fingers in the direction of clockwise direction. Therefore, this thumb is indicating that it is into the page. Therefore, the magnetic field lines of a current carrying conductor, which is of a circular case, the magnetic field lines are, if the current is anti-clockwise direction, it is into the page. If the current is clockwise direction, it is the out of the page. Next, last case is magnetic field due to the solenoid. You know, solenoid is a combination of circular coil. Here previously here we have taken only one single coil, but now we are taking here some n number of coil. Okay, now this is the n number of coils I am considering. Therefore, the current is traveling. Okay, the current is traveling from here in this direction. When the current is passing like this, we know from Aristotle experiment, the current carrying conductor is producing the magnetic field. How they are producing means, this solenoid will behave like a bar magnet. When the current is passes through the solenoid, it will behave like a bar magnet. And everybody knows that the bar magnet is having the magnetic field lines are like this in a closed loop. They are going from north pole to south pole. Okay, the magnetic field lines are going from north pole to south pole. Okay, now this is the direction of magnetic field lines of the current carrying conductor. Okay. Next one is the magnetic force on a moving charge and a current carrying wire. Till now we have discussed about whenever the current carrying conductor is there, it will produce a magnetic field. We have found the direction of magnetic field. Now we have to find out what is the amount of force and in which direction it is going to act that force. Now see, first of all, we are taking the charge. What is meant by charge? Charge is nothing but it is a single particle. Okay, now it is traveling from one place to other place. We are having two types of charge. One is positive charge, another one is negative charge. Now the current will be produced due to mainly negative charge, that is called as electrons. Now I am taking, this is the magnetic field. This magnetic field is into the page I am considering. Now into the page nothing but in this way it is into the page. Now I am taking one charge Q. It is moving with some velocity V in the direction of towards the right side. Both are perpendicular. Magnetic field is into the page. The magnetic field is into the page and the charge is moving in this direction. Both are perpendicular to each other. Now when the charge is moving with some velocity V, then what is the amount of force acting on this charge by this magnetic field? That is equal to the formula F is equal to QVB sin theta. What is Q? Q is nothing but the charge, V is nothing but the velocity of the charge, and B is nothing but magnetic field, and theta is the angle between the charge and the magnetic field. Now theta is the angle between V and B. When theta is 90 degrees, what will happen? Sin 90 value, you know it is 1. Therefore, the sin 90 value is 1 means finally it will become as QVB. Now, what is the direction of magnetic force? What is the direction of magnetic force? To find out the direction of magnetic force, we have to use the right hand rule. What is right hand rule? Okay, now in right hand rule, we have to keep the thumb and the index finger and the middle finger perpendicular to each other, mutually perpendicular to each other. The angle between them should be 90 degrees. This thumb will indicate the direction of magnetic force and this index finger will indicate the direction of charged particles or direction of current, and this middle finger will indicate the direction of magnetic force. Now see, I will keep this magnetic force into the field. Therefore, I will keep this middle finger into the page. In the center, this is the velocity of the charged particles. Now this thumb will indicate the direction of magnetic force. Therefore, the magnetic force is in the upward direction as the current is moving towards the rightward direction. Now see, in this right hand rule, okay, now previously we used to find out the direction of magnetic field, but now in this case we have to find out the direction of magnetic force. This is the value of magnetic force and this is the direction of magnetic force. Right hand thumb rule is used to find out the direction of magnetic field lines, but right hand rule is used to find out the direction of magnetic force. Next one is force on a current carrying wire. Okay, now force on a current carrying wire. You know, current carrying wire, previously we have discussed about the single charged particles V, that Q. Now we are going to discuss about the current in a total current carrying wire. We know current is a charge in motion. Each charge experiences a magnetic force. Okay, now each charge will experience a magnetic force. Thus, current carrying wire, it is a collection of charged particles experience a magnetic force when it is kept in a magnetic field. See here, I am taking a wire I am taking a conducting wire. In this conducting wire, I am keeping a conducting wire of length L in a magnetic field. Here the magnetic field is into the page. Now when I keep here and when a current is not passing in this one, you know, when there is a current, then only the magnetic field will exist. The magnetic field will experience some force. But when the current is not there, when the current is zero, the magnetic field is also zero. There is no forces exist on this current carrying conductor. Now in this case, I am keeping this length L of a L part of a conducting wire in the magnetic field, and I am passing the current. When the current is passing through this one, what will happen? According to right hand thumb rule, when the magnetic field is into the page and the current is like this, when the magnetic field is, this is into the page and this is in the direction of current is up, and the thumb will indicate the direction of force. The direction of force is towards the left side. Therefore, this is the magnetic force is acting on this one, which is towards the right side. Okay, now this is the amount of force acting towards the right side. Now this is the direction. Now let us find the amount of. Now that we know that charge of magnetic field Q. Okay, now Q is nothing but what? The sum of all the charges. Okay, now individual charges, for example Q and Q and Q, these are all charged particles. We will get it as a 3 times of Q. If n particles are there, we will get it as a n into Q. Okay, now therefore the n into Q is called as a capital Q. Capital Q is the total charge of a particle. Now see the force formula, we know F is equal to QAB, just now we did. Now what is the time taken by a charge to cross the field? Okay, now what is the amount of time taken? Now this is the magnetic field, this is the length L. It is crossing from one place to other place. To cross this length L, it will take some time t. You know the speed is equal to distance by time, or the velocity is equal to displacement by time. The charge particle is displaced of length L in a given time. Therefore in place of this V I got it as a L by T. In place of V, I am keeping it as L by T, Q into L by T into B. Now I know this Q by T as a current according to the current definition. Current definition what? It is a flow of charged particles. That is charged particles in a given time. I is equal to Q by T. In place of Q by T, I am substituting it as I. And length is common like length only. At the same time, B is B. Now what is this one? The theta is the angle between the magnetic field and the current. Therefore this is the formula to find out the amount of magnetic force acting on a current carrying wire. And this is a generalized formula when the angle between them is some, for example 45 degrees or 60 degrees, then we can easily find with this formula. Now when the angle is 90 degrees, that is nothing but both are perpendicular to each other, then F is equal to ILB sin theta. This is a generalized formula. If theta is 90, it is becoming as a F is equal to ILB. Okay, now this is about completely the amount of magnetic force acting on a current carrying conductor.